Okay, provided the camera doesn't fall over, here we go. I've increased a little bit more. As you can see, we've made sort of, ignore that little knot, there's that knot. Made a bit of a beanie type shape here. Amigurumi is pretty pliable. You can kind of pull it into whatever kind of specific shape you need, or sew it there, or whatever. Anyway, point is, I've increased a good bit and made a bit of a rounded top here. Now, we're going to decrease. So to do that, oh, did you see that? I just pulled my yarn out so I could not worry about it. Put my little crochet dude back in there and just pull it tight. Okay, so decreasing works similarly to increasing in that you don't want to just do it on every stitch, because if you do a 1-to-1 ratio, that might look strange. But hey, play with it, see what you like. So, to decrease, we're going to go under this stitch, like we usually do, this stitch. Can you see this area right here? Under both of these guys of yarn, because that is a stitch and we're going under it. And we're going to grab our yarn and come through and make a loop. So far it's just a normal stitch, but what we do now is we go under this next stitch as well. These two little yarnies there, they're the next stitch. So we're going to go under that stitch too and make a loop with our yarn and pull it through. So now instead of 2 loops on our crochet hook, we've got 3. So you take the yarn like always and pull it through all 3 of these little thingies. And then once again, find where your next stitch is, which can be trickier. You have to follow your yarn sometimes to see what stitch did I just decrease, and then go to the next stitch. And just do a normal stitch, and then another normal stitch, and then we're going to decrease again. So you see how we have our next 2 stitches? There's 1 stitch and there's another stitch. So we're going to go under 1, take the yarn, and then we're going to go under the next one as well and take the yarn. So we end up with 3. And then we take our somewhat bedraggled yarn and we pull it through all 3 of these loops. And that is how you decrease. One. Oops. Oh, this is an excellent opportunity. You have messed up, your stuff's come off your hook. What do you do now? Pull the yarn until you can see what the heck's going on. In fact, you can even just get it back down to the 1 loop. Now the only hard part is remembering where you were. You can just pull your yarn out through there and go, ah, there's my stitch. And just pick it right back up. Keep going where you left off. Where were we? I don't know. I'm going to call that 1. I'm going to call this 2. It's hard enough to remember when I'm not doing it for a video. And now we're going to decrease again. So you see we've got this. We've got 2 loops. Now we go back under the next stitch. And we get our 3rd loop. So we got 3 loops. Pull the yarn through all 3 loops. And that is how you do a decrease. Oh, Derek has walked into the room. Hi, darling.
Hello.
I probably woke him up. I see he's in the next room napping. Nah? Okay.
I wasn't happy. You didn't.
I'm recording a video for Linda. One, 2. And let's give it another decrease. So see, we've got 3 of them. And we pull our yarn through all 3. And now you can see our shape is starting to go in instead of out. And that is the basic principle. behind increasing and decreasing. You see our little shape? We were increasing, whoop, haha. We were increasing, and it got bigger, and then we started decreasing, and so it started getting smaller again. Hopefully that is informative. To get a more proper ball, instead of just this sharp angle where you start turning in again, you do want to put some rows of just 1 to 1 in between your increase and your decrease rows. And that'll give you a more subtle transition. Gosh, I suppose for the next video, maybe I'll just make a whole ball? That would be a long video. I need to get some video editing software. Anyway, for the time being, here's one more decrease. Decrease, decrease. And I hope that this has been somewhat helpful. The end.